Many violins, especially student violins or beginner violins, will have, in addition to the 4 pegs in the peg box, they will have 4 fine tuners along the top of the tailpiece. And these are great when it comes to fine tuning the strings, whether they have to go up just a little bit. But every now and then, your violin might be really out of tune, especially at times where there's big changes in the weather or humidity or temperature, and central heating is terrible for this. So there are times when we need to use the pegs. Now, of course, for the seasoned player, they're very adept at tuning one-handed and sorting out the pegs quite quickly. But perhaps if you're a beginner or a learner and you're not used to this, it can be quite daunting sometimes when you've got a string that's really out of tune. And oftentimes it can be that the pegs have slipped quite a lot, and so you need to sometimes push them back in. So the best thing to do, ideally sit down if you can, rest the instrument facing you on your leg, and have a good hold of the instrument. So a good hold, let's say we're looking here at the G string, so it's quite low. You take a good hold with your left hand on the peg, and you make sure you're holding the instrument itself, and perhaps even keep a finger against the peg box, so that as you're turning the peg, you can push it into the peg box. So you take left hand, push in while you're turning it, but make sure you've got a good support with the other hand to counteract that pressure. And it's good if you can keep plucking the string as a point of reference, rather than push, turn, play, push, play, which can get really quite tiresome and take a very long time. So keep the violin on your leg, keep plucking the strings so that you've got the reference point, and then push and turn the peg until you're all in tune.